What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Broke Man Finance. As always, today I'm sharing with you some major news that AT&T just had this week that could potentially affect their stock price in the next coming weeks. Now, if you're wondering if I'm in a cabin right now because of all the wood behind me, the answer is yes. I'm currently enjoying a nice little vacation in the Great Smoky Mountains of Western North Carolina. If you've never been to the Great Smoky Mountains, I highly suggest you put it on one of your bucket lists because you will not be disappointed if you come here, no matter what time of the year it is. But enough of me, let's cover some good news first that AT&T announced this week. This week it was announced that AT&T won a contract worth up to $311 million. This is a 10-year deal with NOAA, or the National Oceanic Atmospheric Administration. The NOAA monitors almost everything to do with the ocean right now, to include climate monitoring, severe storms, which includes your hurricanes, fishery management, and also coastal restoration. The NOAA is currently looking to move away from the multi-vendor partnership it has right now and work solely with AT&T to immediately begin modernizing and updating its overall technology. This, of course, will include its satellite capabilities, wireline, and 5G capabilities. This is a major step for AT&T because one, it brings in much needed revenue to counter their massive debt problem. It also shows investors that they are willing and can compete with bigger companies for U.S. government contracts. Right now, the other major players in the game would be Verizon and CenturyLink that already have these lucrative, massive United States government contracts. And of course, the next big news is HBO Max is finally set to release on Amazon Fire TV. This actually took effect this past Tuesday. Now, if you're not already aware, Amazon Fire TV is one of the largest TV streaming platforms right now, the other being Roku. Now, I've researched the internet, and as of right now, there's no immediate plans or signs that Roku and HBO Max is going to come to a partnership, but I'm sure it's on the radar in order to bring in more subscribers. So being able to launch and stream off of Amazon TV is a huge sigh of relief for me as well as other investors, because this has potential to bring in millions more of either subscribers and or revenue to the company. At the end of last quarter, they had already reported to have doubled the previous quarter subscribers amount and now have around 38 million subscribers in total. Their goal for the year end of 2020 was 36 million subscribers, so being able to beat their goal by 2 million subscribers means that they are gaining steam and are building to that platform quicker than they anticipated. Now, they do have a goal of around 50 million subscribers by the year end of 2025. This is great news for the company because HBO Max really didn't have the launch that everyone planned or hoped it would have. They kind of started off really slow, and since then, even with COVID numbers, they seem to be increasing at a faster pace now than once they've kind of got the product out there and people realize it's a good streaming option. The second big deal is obviously there is a streaming race right now. You have every company and their brother seems to be competing against Amazon as well as Netflix for being one of the top streaming platforms. You have Roku, you have Hulu, Disney, the list goes on and on. So being able to add subscribers during this race is a great sign and a positive outlook for the company moving forward. The last big news, it could be either good or bad, just depending on the way you look at it. But earlier this week, Yahoo Finance reported that AT&T was looking to sell off CNN. Now, in addition to that, Michael Lee with the Washington Examiner also reported that AT&T was rumored to sell CNN in order to help cut costs and trim their overall debt. Although there is no valuation or price tag right now attached to the sale, to me, this is overall a great sign for AT&T. One, it shows me they're serious about offloading some lower performing companies in order to trim its massive debt problem. And at the same time, if they do sell a company like this, it could bring in a much needed cash infusion to the company. And it's no secret that AT&T has a massive debt problem. They're reporting now to have over $150 billion in debt overall, which is one of the reasons why the stock price has really been trading a little lower, because investors in general are kind of leery of investing in a company with such a massive debt overhead. Of course, it's just a rumor and thus has been confirmed as of yet, but one of the potential buyers for CNN is none other than the world's richest man, Jeff Bezos. Now, this wouldn't be his first venture out into the media platform. Back in 2013, he bought the Washington Post for around $250 million, adding to his already massive portfolio. Although AT&T has been pretty stagnant the past several years, with only increasing around 2.5% the past 10 years overall, things do appear to be slightly improving for them. I think with the recent news that we see just this week alone and their recent third quarter earnings reports, overall they are trending in the right direction for me as an investor. A free cash flow of around $8 million just in third quarter alone. In addition to that, they added 645,000 new phone subscribers, and of course the increase of the HBO Max subscribers. They have also been pretty consistent with the dividend yield and the payout. This past quarter alone, it was roughly around 7% yield, which came out to 52 cents a share. Without any major negative news or setbacks, I think if you're able to buy AT&T for roughly $30 a share, it's still a great buy right now. Again, for me, I would strongly encourage this as a long-term play. There's no obvious signs that this is a great short-term play, meaning if you buy in around $30 a share, in the next 6 months to a year, you're not going to double your money. Of course, anything can happen, but in a realistic world with the financials and the things they have going for them, it's just pretty much impossible right now. But if you're approaching this as a long-term play or a long-term strategy, I think it plays very well into that strategy. Again, this most people are saying it's undervalued. If they continue to trim off their debt and bring in that much needed capital, while at the same time they're paying out a great dividend for a long-term stock option, this is a no-brainer. But that's it for me today, guys. Put those comments in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the video and or the stock. And as always, stay safe, enjoy the holidays, and we'll see you on the next video.